What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and today we're going to be talking about the new event coming in Season 2, a free weapon, some Easter eggs, plus the return of classic Afghan. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and let me know down below in the comment section. Are you guys looking forward to Easter eggs being added to Al Mazrah, Building 21, or even Ashika Island at some point in Season 2? Are you guys looking for something along the lines of like Bunker 11 from Verdansk, a pretty complex quest that does require a guide to actually complete, not necessarily some straightforward thing that anybody out there could just hop on and do? What kind of quest are you guys looking for in Warzone 2 at some point in the future of Warzone 2's life cycle? Let me know what you're thinking down below in the comments. But today we ended up getting some new gameplay of Ashika Island. Of course, coming on February 15th, we got the following intel drop. Take a look.
Here today to give you some information about the new map. Ashika Island is going to have full support for Resurgence in DMZ, and if you stick around, you might get some information about some of the new Easter eggs that are coming. Ashika Island is a Japanese-inspired location. I think it fits Resurgence really well because of the variety of the spaces. We've got Tsuki Castle.
This is like an ancient castle in the middle of this modern-day island.
There's a moat around the castle, so you're able to pull your chute. You take a little bit of damage, but it's a quick way to get down faster. We've got the beach club, and half of the building's flooded, so there's really cool points of entrance. If you swim down underwater, break through a window, we've seen some pretty cool plays where people are able to flank enemy teams that are inside there. There's a residential area. It's got parkour routes between these two buildings. You're able to jump from one balcony over to the other. We've got a mini downtown section called Town Center. The wave breaks that we've got on the side of the town center, there can actually launch the vehicles over them. So the new personal watercraft, it's basically like an ATV on the water.
We have this series of underground waterways. They're really cool because you can take some of the watercraft through the island and you can pop up at other spaces.
One of the new gameplay features are the redeploy drones. They fire a line into the ground, you're able to jump on it as the gas is closing in. They'll pull up their anchor and they'll try to find new spots and relocate. We've doubled down in terms of the number of Easter eggs. A lot of these are actually going to be rolling out throughout the season. Maybe try chucking a grenade in the water every now and then, see what happens.
So the team at High Moon Studio has been working really hard to create Ashika Island, and we're really excited to show it to you.
Also, be sure to check out dammods.com for the safest Modern Warfare 2 services, such as assistance with Orion Camo or even bot lobbies. This works on all platforms, PlayStation, Xbox, and even PC, and is trusted by thousands of customers. You can even get help with nuke services, since getting 5 wins in Warzone isn't an easy task, let alone getting the contract done in your 6th match. Trustpilot also has some excellent reviews for DamMods, which you can check out with the link down below in this video's description. Now, we'll be making a separate video talking about the quality of life changes coming to Ashika Island and Warzone 2 altogether. I'll be posting that video at some point later this weekend. Stay tuned for that. But I love the fact they mentioned Easter eggs that can be found on Ashika, one of which will probably be live on day 1 regarding throwing grenades into the water. It's a bit of a hint. It's probably not something straightforward where you just throw a grenade in and boom, you unlock something. There's probably something underwater we have to destroy using an explosive or a frag, something of that nature, which I'm looking forward to actually solving with you guys out there in the community. But he also mentioned that other Easter eggs will be added in later throughout the duration of Season 2, so I wonder if we have any indication or tease every set of patch notes or every blog post that we get giving us a heads up that, yeah, a new Easter egg was added onto the map. Hopefully it's something, like I said, as complex as some of those old Warzone Easter eggs were back during Verdansk's life cycle from Modern Warfare 19. We did get some cool Easter eggs also added to Rebirth during Cold War and Vanguard's life cycle, but not much was ever added to Caldera. We did have quite a few goodies over on Fortune's Keep, thanks to High Moon and Beanox, and obviously High Moon Studios did direct today's intel drop, and they developed Ashika Island. So I think if there's any map to go off of in terms of what to expect quest-wise, it's going to be Fortune's Keep, but hoping to take it a step further by doing something as complex as some of those old Verdansk Easter eggs that we had a number of years ago. Now, taking a look again at the Season 2 roadmap, we could see a box for the Path of the Ronin challenges. Now, in yesterday's video, we talked about the roadmap a little more generally, and then we talked specifically about the paid part of Season 2, which is Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer, but today I want to talk about the Path of the Ronin challenges. So this is a great confirmation that they are going to be doing events like this throughout the duration of Modern Warfare 2's life cycle and hopefully future Call of Duties to come. Events were done the best in Cold War, in my opinion, where an event would come out and you could do a set of challenges in either Cold War multiplayer, Cold War zombies, or Warzone through Verdansk 84, even Rebirth. But Vanguard only offered us in-game challenges in the base game itself for the Christmas event and then the very minor Valentine's event that came out a couple of weeks after that. that, but no other in-game event was ever added to Vanguard ever again. Any crossover event we got for Terminator or Godzilla, that was all just through Warzone, not Vanguard, the base game that you paid for. But Modern Warfare 2 is finally bringing back that challenge system that I absolutely love to cover on stream and in videos during Cold War's life cycle. So giving us the opportunity to do challenges in both the game you paid for and Warzone 2 for free, if you so please. Now, it's kind of funny how we were just talking about this on some recent podcasts where I'm like, you know what? We need to bring back some challenges, right? That is what increases replayability whenever there's a drought of content, when there's a drought of actual maps, weapons, battle passes, or anything crazy. These events that come out give us something to do, something to grind for with some possible bonus rewards, such as a blueprint or an operator skin just for playing the game. And in Modern Warfare 2's case, there's so many more modes in COD 2.0 right now than there were in Cold War, because Cold War had multiplayer zombies and then Warzone that you can do challenges in. But COD 2.0 offers multiplayer, Warzone, DMZ, Spec Ops, raids even. You could find so many different ways to incorporate challenges for events like this to where you can play all the modes to get different types of rewards. Then by doing all of that, you get one big reward. If anything, COD 2.0 should be bringing out these events stronger than we've ever seen before. All right, so there are a couple things I want to address regarding the Path of the Ronin event. It does say right here it's a launch event, so this event should be starting on February 15th, but there's a catch to that we're going to get to in a second. But as this says, follow the way of the warrior, which will lead to the spoils of war. At the beginning of Season 2, the Path of the Ronin challenge will present all operators with 7 challenges to be completed in Warzone 2 or Modern Warfare 2 based on the 7 virtues of Bushido, hope I said that right, integrity, respect, courage, honor, compassion, sincerity, and loyalty. Each challenge comes with a reward for completion, such as a gun screen or a weapon charm. Complete all 7 of these challenges in Warzone 2 or Modern Warfare 2 and get the new Crossbow functional weapon. Now, obviously, can't get everything we want. Would have been cool if by doing one set of 7 you get one reward, another set of 7 a different reward, and then by doing all 14 you get the Crossbow. But no, it's not going to work that way. Just pick one set of 7 from either of those games and you'll get the Crossbow for free. We also got our first look at the Crossbow in yesterday's blog post talking about Season 2. It was obviously already in campaign, but here's a nice new screenshot of it in use over on Ashika Island. But it says launch window for the Crossbow right here, which I'm a little confused about. Is that assuming that it'll take you a week to do the challenges, so it's a launch window weapon because you can't just get it on day 1, even though you could just grind all the challenges day 1 and get it? I'm not sure why it says that, but there might be an explanation of that as we're going to get to from the next blog post we're going to read. But also in regards to the Crossbow, it does say that you can get it by completing all 7 challenges, of course, or by purchasing the store bundle. So we'll get a glimpse of that store bundle on the Season 2 roadmap. It's going to be a tracer pack as well, which is pretty cool. So I guess every time you shoot one of these actual bows, you're going to end up seeing some type of tracer element with that pack itself, which is really cool. So looking forward to that blueprint whenever that does come out. But taking your attention now to the new blog post we got earlier today regarding the Path of the Ronin event and some other quality of life improvements we're going to be seeing in Warzone 2. I'll be talking about the quality of life changes in a separate video, but specifically about the Path of the Ronin event. As it says right here, so the event will launch with 3 challenges to be completed in Modern Warfare 2 or Warzone 2. So if not all 7 are releasing on February 15th, that means the Crossbow can't be unlocked day 1. Maybe you can buy it through the bundle on day 1 if that does drop with the launch Season 2. That's what I'm getting at right now by reading this. But the first 2 challenges include the following. So we have integrity. So in multiplayer, win 50 matches in any MP mode. In Warzone, get 5 top 10 finishes. You only have to do one or the other for integrity. Hope that makes sense. I wonder if there's a bonus reward for doing all 14 by the end of the event. We'll have to wait and see. But for advice, get a squad going either with existing friends or by using the new social features to tally up those wins in no time. So obviously there's advice for each of these challenges, which is really nice of them. For honor though, get 100 objective defense kills, or in Warzone, collect your dog tag or restore honor up to 5 times. We then have sincerity, get 50 kills using battle rage, or in Warzone, complete 5 assassination contracts. There's more advice for both those challenges as well. But it does say now, expect more challenges to activate throughout the season, each gifting unique rewards upon completion, whether you perform the assigned multiplayer or battle royale task. Complete all 7 though in either game to unlock the Crossbow. So we have to wait who knows how long, hopefully not until Reloaded in March, to actually get the Crossbow as it seems here, which I don't really understand. I'm not a fan of them gatekeeping the rest of the challenges. I mean, if you want to have it to where maybe one set goes live for Warzone, then you do that set on day 1 to get the Crossbow, then the other set for Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer doesn't go live until later, do that. But to gatekeep the challenges reminds me of that, what was it, Rebirth Reinforced event during Vanguard's life cycle, where we had to wait, I think, a good week in between each challenge to actually progress, and then we could unlock the final reward at the end of the event. But that just wasn't received all that well, in my opinion. You might as well drop all the challenges you need day 1 to get the weapon, and then release other challenges later for other bonus cosmetics. But I guess it looks like launch window is going to be the case for the Crossbow. It's a little bit unfortunate, but let me know how you feel about that down below. Now, I appreciate all you guys who tuned into my live stream earlier today where we did a bit of a countdown and reaction to the new blog that we ended up getting. In yesterday's blog post, we got confirmation that we were going to be seeing point of interest updates in Al Mazrah, including that plane crash that brings us back to classic Afghan as we knew it from Modern Warfare 2 2009. And it did say that we were going to be getting a tactical overview tomorrow, which is today. So went and did some open lobbies, got some good gameplay, and then reacted to the brand new blog that we ended up getting. So in the new blog, they do mention for Al Mazrah point of interest updates, we have a nice image there of some new foliage and trees being added to the map itself. The main Warzone 2 map will have a few updates as part of Season 2. Intel from Al Mazrah indicate that a downed aircraft has been spotted north of Sayed City, while enemy reinforcements have gone underground, resulting in a subterranean cave network between multiple points of interest in the north. Also, we are confirming reports of a train being recommissioned and ready for passengers on the main railroad line in the region. So, starting off with classic Afghan. So, obviously, veterans of COD may have felt the outdoor space within the Sati Cave region looked familiar before Season 2, and the upcoming change to this point of interest all but confirms those suspicions. So for those who don't know, tactical strategies needed. The new downplane offers a great amount of cover in between the large cave openings, houses, and bunkers, used to cut off the sight lines from snipers around the area or as a place to reload before re-engaging. Not sure why they waited this long to add the plane, but I guess because it's part of the story and the intel, that's why they waited a little bit. So I love seeing, live changes to the environment like we saw with Outbreak back during Cold War Zombies and other maps as well, where we get to see live changes that actually affect the story. I'm a big fan of that, but in that case, might as well could have added Afghan at 6v6 in Season 2 multiplayer and not Dome, which we already saw in Vanguard last year, and we've already seen a lot through Spec Ops, but that's a discussion for a different time. But we also have a new underground cave network coming over into Warzone during Season 2. Whether you play Battle Royale or DMZ during the past season, you may have noticed the space between Rohan Oil and Tarek Village was only populated by military camps, hills, and small homes. With the Season 2 update, a new network of caves will be open, giving operators an additional option for getting around this part of the map by foot. The network has 5 distinct entrances. Some are straight drop downs, such as one tucked in a garage, while others are cave openings. Be mindful of equipment and kill streak traps around these entry and exit points, or set some up of your own to prevent a trailing squad from following your path. All this new space also means there's a chance for supply boxes and other loot to spawn within the network. When traveling through the nearby points of interest, consider taking a detour through here if that loadout or backpack is looking light. There's also a new passenger train coming in Season 2, so the freight train is no longer the only locomotive rolling around in Al Mazrah, so the passenger train will offer yet another quicker way of traveling around the map and stocking up on items, including those legendary supply boxes that could be found within its sleeper bar and normal passenger cars. Unlike the freight train though, all cars in this locomotive are covered with only a few allowing for access via opening skylights on the roof itself. So traveling through cars on this train is also different compared to doing so on the freight train, as it involves opening the doors in between each one. Take the extra second to peek by slowly opening the doors if you want to stealthily engage operators in the other cars, or barge straight through while plating up for an aggressive start to the ensuing fight. So nice new changes and quality of life improvements to Al Mazrah here in Season 2, which I'm definitely a big fan of. Let me know how you feel about this down below as well. Now, also towards the bottom of this blog post, it is mentioned that a number of UI and UX updates will launch with Season 2, improving the overall flow of in-game menus. These changes include improved navigation and organization of the camo menu, thank God, a more polished social tab, thankfully, quick equip items from the battle pass, and store bundles, plus even more. No mention of being able to gift bundles or use a creator code just yet. That's probably going to drop sooner than later. I'd say at the latest, maybe March or April, whenever Warzone Mobile finally comes out. I'm sure once we get full cross progression with Warzone Mobile, that's when they'll be like, you know what, let's now incorporate a good feature letting you guys gift bundles, but in a smoother way than you were able to back during Vanguard, Cold War, MW19. That's probably what they're waiting for, because in all honesty, I'm surprised they didn't incorporate features like that, or even the creator code program for a game as big as Modern Warfare 2 or Warzone 2. So they're probably waiting for a good reason, and we'll just have to wait and see when that's going to be. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave our thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on the brand new Ronin event coming in Season 2 with a free weapon unlock? How are you feeling about the return of classic Afghan? And also, what are your thoughts on some new Easter eggs we're going to be finding over on Ashika Island? Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.